Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Whenever you hear a world leader or whatever weasel leader saying that Russia must stop and we need to have a truce, stop fighting right now, give it a break or something. Don't look at Russia, look at Ukraine. And why am I saying that? It's coming from this article from Republic World, that they expose who wants to prevent a truce and who wants to prevent peace talks. Here is an article from Republic World, August 25, 2022. Ukraine says negotiations, temporary truce with Russia, not beneficial for entire Europe. So now you know who doesn't want to have anything to do with any talks, or to stop for a little bit the situation and reassess. Volodymyr Zelensky's advisor stated that negotiations, a temporary truce with Russia to end the conflict, won't be fruitful either for Kiev or Europe. Okay, so what are you expecting to destroy? We're going to go all the way. Okay, as the ongoing war continues to rage for more than 6 months now, a Ukrainian government official stated that negotiations with Russia to end the conflict are not fruitful either for Ukraine or Europe, as any interim ceasefire will result in further aggression by Russian Federation. But if it's a ceasefire, okay, if you guys say that. And as the statement was made by Mikhailo Podolyak. Oh, Podolyak is the one below 86. Got him. Advisor to the head of the office of the president of Ukraine. The statement came a day after the war-torn country marked its 31st independence on Wednesday, August 24th. Congratulations. And I'm quoting, the negotiation process today will record a temporary truce in a war that will not end. What? The negotiation process today will record a temporary truce in a war that will not end. Accordingly, the Russian Federation will consider this a victory and will continue to claim to advance its expansionist policy. Therefore, the truce now will only mean the next stage of the war after a certain time, Podolyak told German publication Bild, as per an official release. He also pointed out that not many people would risk returning back to Ukraine in the event of such a shaky peace, and investments would also not come to the country. Zelensky's advisor says negotiations not beneficial for EU. Okay, I see why it's not beneficial to EU, European Union. Podolyak claimed that the negotiations are not beneficial for Germany and other European Union nations because they will provoke Russia to do more reckless acts on economic, political and diplomatic terms. And I'm quoting, this will be a growing gray area that will considerably put pressure on Europe. Okay, Europe will be forced to constantly invest large amounts of money here in order to somehow maintain this territory in a viable state. This is not beneficial for Europe in the medium and long term, added the advisor to the head of Ukraine president's office. Now I have a better idea. How about they don't invest at all? How about they just let you do your hanky-panky with Russia, which is going to end up in about 24 hours at a table of negotiation, and that will be fixed, one. Second, Europeans will not have to invest anything. No money, no military equipment, no political BS, no nothing like that. No, arms, they have to to sell you or to give you aid, let's put it this way, in arms, so they can produce again, get more contracts where they are from. But that would be the ideal way Europeans could save money and everything would be okay. I'm pretty sure in 24 hours you're gonna call the Putin and tell him, hey, how about we talk? You're gonna lose all those regions, obviously. The Europeans will keep their money and take care of their people, you will not make mistakes again and wrong calculations with NATO, United States, and other things. And things start from there. How about that? No? Okay, I thought so. All right, let's see what's next here. The war has decreased quality of life in Ukraine. Podolyak. Wow, Captain Obvious. According to Podolyak, the war has considerably decreased the quality of life in Ukraine and everywhere else because of the sanction, my boy. And we have nothing to do with it. And a certain decline will also be seen in Europe. Not will be seen. It's been seen. But this is the price for such an intense... What? He tells me what price I should pay? Since when he is in control of my life? But this is the price for such an intense war, which has not been since the World War II, which has not been seen since the World War II, and this war needs to be ended properly if you don't want to pay all the time, he remarked. This guy comes through with some scenarios that are not based on, I don't know, not only hard evidence, a multiple, pieces of evidence. He's making all kind of statements like the Russians will do this. These are, it's scenarios. I can make counter scenarios in a second. After the Russians will eliminate, the situation over there, they will invest everywhere and you're going to flourish. You know what they're going to do? They're going to occupy you and they're going to give their resources to you, and you're going to flourish as one country and you're going to be happier than ever. No? You will never want to look westward again. That's how it is. Well, this is a scenario, a utopic scenario. Why? Because I don't base it on any kind of evidence. Neither he. Oh, let's see what's next, because he's got something more to say. He went to say that it would be possible to resume negotiations with Russia only when the aggressor realizes that it can no longer wage war in Ukraine. What if he doesn't realize that? It should be noted that both warring countries have had several rounds of peace negotiations so far, but they could not produce desired results. Well, the thing is with this, if Russia, why did Russia go in the first place? Or we know the four reasons, right? The first one was denazification. The second one was recognition of the, stopping the war over there and killing of the Russian population in eastern Ukraine, right? Then it was the demilitarization, no NATO alliance in Ukraine, which will turn Ukraine in a neutral country. These were the requirements. They entered mainly because guys from Ukraine, from Kiev, were killing Russians in the East Ukraine. That was the thing that angered them the most. Plus NATO, these two. The Nazification and this, okay, they didn't want Western influence over there at all, which is NATO military, which was already there with advisors and all that, and military advisors, like in Vietnam, military advisors. So that's how they started. But so this is it. It's how are you going to? How can you make them go back when they enter because of that? If they go back, that means there was a failure, right? Do you think that Russia will admit failure against you, Ukraine? Russia, Ukraine. Russia, Ukraine. Do you think that Russia allows to be called again like a loser, like it was called, like Soviet Union was called in Afghanistan? Nah, you don't have the same kind of leaders in the first place. But now you have Russians. You don't have whomever was over there. But I'm just saying, it's just the Russians can't lose. If they lose, if they agree that they lost, that means they are on their knees. They're going to be again Russia 1991, 1999 under Yeltsin, which was a whore of a country. And everybody else was coming over there for services without paying. Not even paying. Use and abuse. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.